Bill and maybe Craig.
We gotta go up there.
Yeah. We'll get you up there.
Well, if you had Bill, you could take him right up.
Arlene reminded me there's 5 generations here today of the family. So I would first like to introduce and have her stand Arlene's mother, Mrs. Everett Kelso from Garwood, Iowa. Could you stand, please? Also, I'm trying to introduce Arlene's brother and his wife, Don and Janet Kelso from Garwood, Iowa. I would like to now introduce their family. Daughter, Charlene, and son-in-law, Clint Kuhn from Clear Lake, Iowa. Would you please stand? Daughter, Deb, and her husband, Steve Locker from Nevada, Iowa. Their son and daughter-in-law, Bill and Becky Clemens from Marshalltown, Iowa. Bill and Becky. Their daughter and son-in-law, Laurie and Scott McLean from Marshalltown. Also, their grandson and wife and their great-grandson, Craig and Diane Kuhn, and their son Sam from Waterloo, Iowa. Sam is about 5 months old. And granddaughter, Christine Kuhn from Marshalltown. And welcome to all of the special friends and other family members. Those were the list that I had, and I didn't mean to. If I missed someone, I do apologize. Well, I said earlier, it's kind of a roast, kind of an honor, kind of an opportunity to say how much we care about you. And so we have 4 people that would like to share some thoughts today as we gather. Our first speaker, I never even thought about how to introduce him. He's an associate, a person that I enjoy very much working with. He's one of the nicest gentlemen that I've ever met, and I'm one of the nicest gentlemen that I've ever had the opportunity to work with. He was the first person that Bob worked for in our store. So at this time, I'd like to call on our Beast Kitchen manager, Kevin Severson. Would you come up, Kevin?
Said many times to me that he wished he'd started with HyVee 20 years ago because he's enjoyed it so much. And we've enjoyed him back just as much, no question about it. I think the customers enjoyed him as much as we did working with him. He was just a special person to wait on people. He knew how to make people happy. He knew how to make people feel at home in our Beast Kitchen. And just great as a customer service person. Couldn't ask for any better, right? I think it's probably what HyVee tries to teach us every day that Bob already had when he came to work for me. So he was a very easy employee to have around. And also another person that you could count on being there every day. Bob was always there unless he was ill, and that was very few times. So he was one of those great employees. I want to thank Bob for the great work he did. Along with the customers, one of the questions I had to ask all the time is, is that guy married? A lot of them, they ask me, you're not married. So yeah, he's got a wonderful wife. So they liked him also. I guess the one thing that I want starting to catch up with him. And his attitude is what really, really does it for me. I think that's the number one thing that we all need to look at. And I think that's what makes us go. I think that's what HyVee is your attitude. And he and Arlene have been the best I've ever seen in my life at that. And I appreciate that. And thanks for all the great work. Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. That was beautiful. The next person I would like to call on to come up and say a few words is just, she said, I'm just a very, very dear friend. And as they have many very dear friends, but she's one of their special friends, Janet Greaves. Would you come up, please, and say a few words, Janet? We're going to get to see Janet and her people performed here at the end here. We're going to have some square dances later for some entertainment. At the present time, I'll ask Janet to come up and say a few words.
Well, Bob and Arlene have been dear friends of ours for many years. We have done a lot of shacking up together. We went to the state conventions, square dance conventions, and for about 4 or 5 years we were always roommates, and we had a lot of good times. Every time we get to especially one particular time, but every time we get to a hotel, Bob would have to run right to the bathroom. And Nancy'd always start playing with all the switches and trying to figure out what one went with what. Well, this one time, Bob went to the bathroom right away, and pretty soon Matt started flicking, and Bob hollered, "Hey, turn the light on!" The lights happened to be on the outside. So we had a lot of fun with that over the time. But we always had so many laughs. We started laughing the minute we got in the hotel, and we keep laughing the whole time. They're such dear friends. We've always enjoyed them and done a lot with them, and we love you too.
The next person I'd like to call on is a member of the family, their grandson, who's a teacher. We're at Waterloo, Craig Kuhn. Would you come up, Craig?
Well, thank you. Hang on, this gets good. You gotta know this right now. I've got more dirt on these people than anybody else here, so just hang on. It's been something else. I don't know how many times, even growing up at home, we would talk about, during the middle of the year, just about things that would happen with this family. Whether it was had something to do with Grandpa and Grandma or somebody else in our family. Our family has always been one that laughs. And if you know my Grandpa and Grandma, you know how much they enjoy to laugh, how much they enjoy being around people. And so our Christmases and our Thanksgiving times together were, as far as all of my memories, have all been times where we would just sit and laugh. So a couple of the things that I want to share with you today are basically from some of those. I remember when I was probably about 5 years old. I can't be sure. It's 5, 6 years old. I was young. Where Grandpa and Grandma came over to our house, and they were going to take me out for a weekend. I don't even have to go any further than that. So they picked me up. They had this old Chevy truck, and we hopped into the truck. And about midway to their place, I can't remember if we were going camping or to your home. We were going camping, I think. Yeah, that's right. We were going camping, and I got to missing my mama. And just didn't know if I could survive it, so I started to cry. And it started off as a little whimper, a few tears, but then it got a little worse, and it got a little worse. And as we're on the road, they're trying to console me, they're trying to make things better. And And it got to the point where Grandpa couldn't have it anymore. And out of frustration and sheer anger, he says, if you don't shut up, the truck's going to blow up. To this day, I don't know what the relation is between vocal yelling and a truck blowing up, but I'm sure it's probably something not real good. So, and to make a long story short, they ended up having to take me back home. I couldn't do it. So that's one example. Another thing that I have to bring out, and I know that the family is going to understand this right away, is if you were to be a part of this family, you will find out real quickly that Bob Clemens does not speak English. I don't know where he got it, but even to this day, I find myself, my wife looks at me weird because I'm already telling my own son some of these terms. It's beginning to scare me. A couple of these, let me give these to you. Of course, as a side note, I'm an English teacher, so this really makes things interesting for me. There is a word that he used quite often known as hootie-kai. Hootie-kai, for those of you that do not know, is a noun. It usually refers to an individual or a thing. As an example, go get that hootie-kai. Okay? So hootie-kai is something that you don't hear very often. If you were going over to Grandma and Grandma's house to eat, it would be termed as two different things. Number one, you would go eat groceries. Okay? You would go over to their house and eat groceries, and if it had something to do with chicken or turkey or some sort of fowl, you were going over there to eat buzzard. I don't know how many times where you'd say, okay, during Thanksgiving, sit down, time to eat the buzzard. Are you regretting that I'm not here yet? Okay, next word. Kaibo. If any of you happen to remember, I don't know if it still exists, Kaibo was a brand name of a toilet that you could purchase and put in your home. And so anytime he referred to have to go use the Kaibo, that's what he was talking about. Next thing is, now this always intrigues me. This man, in the middle of a sneeze, could continue to communicate with me. I'm still trying to figure this one out. When he would sneeze, as the sneeze is taking place, he could also say the phrase, "Who is she?" And then to top the whole thing off, he would then answer his own question by saying, "I don't know." I'm still amazed by that one, but it sounded something like this. Who is she? I don't know. So you go over to Bob and Arlene's house, you got to hear some really unique things. Another thing that I remember is when my father was in the hospital, this was when I was in early high school, and my sister and I had to stay at Grandpa and Grandma's for a short period of time. One way that we would find ourselves entertaining one another is we would go out and rent a video player, and we would always get Davy Crockett or a John Wayne film, because those were good, clean, killing shows. So there we would be, my sister and myself and my grandfather sitting there. Now, if you can try to picture this, we're eating cold pork and beans and potato chips, and we're watching John Wayne conquer the West. So I thought that was something really special. You know, with the light joking aside, really, it's an honor to be here for you too. You know, we have nothing but just wonderful, wonderful memories about these guys, and I can honestly say that there really is a certain amount basically came from these two people. So God bless you. I love you. And have a good day.
Wow, I appreciate those new terms. Use some of those. Well, I made a comment to somebody on my particular part, and I'm the last speaker, and when I'm done, then we'll have some square dancers and some entertainment. I made the comment, I think I'll just speak from the heart. I was going to try to write a speech, and I didn't write a speech. And then after, as it gets closer to these, like some of the people up on stage have said, it kind of makes you nervous, so you kind of wish maybe you had written something down. But I do have something I want to share with you and try to tie it together. First of all, I'd like to share a little bit of the work background of these people and when we were fortunate and blessed to have them come to work at HyVee. Bob started with us back in May 9th of '89, and of course, as Kevin alluded to, he started in our deli. Prior to that, as many of you may not know out here, he worked, I think it was 33 years for Coca-Cola. And that's no doubt in my mind did a superb job. They were very fortunate and retired in September of '83. They were very fortunate to have him as an employee. Bob served in the Coast Guard from 43 to 46, where he received the rank of third-class firefighter. And many of you may not know that he was a volunteer firefighter in Garwood for, I think it was 22 years, and 17 of those 22 years, he was the fire chief. I wrote down their birthdays, but let's just say that I'm a little bit younger than they are, and we'll let it go at that. Arlene started with us in February of '92, and then left for a while, and we rehired her back in '94, which is a blessing that we got her to come back, and has been with us all that time, and at the present time now works in our pizza department. Bob's a greeter for us now up front. Comes in every morning and greets our customers, and does a tremendous job. I was trying to think what I'd say today, because the feelings I don't have the stories Craig has. I wish I did. And we were on our way to church this morning, my little granddaughter and I, Alyssa. And she was sitting there. When we get in the car and take off, she likes to listen to Chicago. I don't know where she got that at, but she likes to listen to Chicago. So she said, Grandpa, can we listen to Chicago? And I said, sure we can. So I turned it on, and we're on our way to church, and it's playing, and she's just sitting there staring off in space. I said, Alyssa, what are you thinking about? This is a true story. And she said, I'm thinking about you. I said, well, what are you thinking about me? And she said, I'm thinking about how much I love you. Oh, wow. I'll take that with me forever. But I was thinking how appropriate that is for today, because that's what I've been thinking about, how much I love Bob and Arlene. How much all of us in our own way love Bob and Arlene, and why we're here today. I truly believe there are different levels of love. There's no question about it. The love of our spouse, our children, love of our friends. But I can tell people that are not immediate members of my family that I love them, and I mean that sincerely. You know, in life, as we go along, we can loan people things. We can loan people money, but I think the greatest gift that you and I give to each other is to share a part of our life, to share a part of the time that we have. Bob and Arlene have done that with each and every one of us in our own way. Obviously, for many of you, many, many years, and for many of us, just a few years, as Kevin talked about for us. But that's the most special time, and that's the greatest gift we can give to each other. And there's absolutely no doubt in my mind, as a result of Bob and Arlene sharing a part of their life with us, has made us better people. You know, we're here to roast today, maybe Bob, and I'll comment on that in a minute. But I can't help but think about Arlene, you know. Arlene, in my opinion, is a lady's lady. I've always thought, my mom and dad said that's a true lady, or that's a true gentleman. And that, to me, was the most ultimate compliment you could give a man or a woman. And I say that about Arlene. She's a lady's lady. She's the lady that every lady would like to be like. I have the utmost respect for her, her devotion, her love. Not only is she a great employee, a great friend, but just she's touched all Bob is the kind of man that every gentleman would like to be like. You know, we all know that Bob was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. And I can't tell you how much I admire this man and the way he's handled. You know, Kevin talked about that, and it choked him up a little bit. I'm not sure I will, because the admiration I have for Bob, his devotion, his bravery, and I can talk about his employees as good as they'll get. There's none better. But I think that when you are fortunate and blessed to have these people in your life, they change our lives. Their love, their bravery, their loyalty has changed all our lives. I'm not big on poems, but I heard a poem a while back that I heard it from Cheryl. Actually, I would almost have to say it's become my favorite poem. I'd like to share it with you. I'd like you to hear it through and let me tie it in, because I swear to all of you, when I was thinking about what I would say, I couldn't help but think of this poem. And it's a poem that I'd like to share at this time. It's called The Touch of the Master's Hand. It was written by Myra Brooks Welch. And it goes like this. 'Twas battered and scarred, and the auctioneer thought it scarcely worth his while to waste much time on the old violin, but he held it up with a smile. What have I bid, good folks, he cried. Who will start the bidding for me? $1, then two, only two. $2, we'll make it $3. $3 once, $3 twice, going for $3. From the room far back, a gray-haired man came forward and picked up the bow. Then wiping the dust from the old violin and tightened the loose strings, he played a melody pure and sweet as the caroling angel sings. The music ceased, and the auctioneer, with a voice that was quiet and low, said, "What am I bid for the old violin?" And he held it up with the bow. $1,000, we'll make it $2. $2,000, we'll make it $3. $3,000 once, $3,000 twice, and going and gone, he said. The people cheered, and some of them cried, but we're not quite understand. What changed his worth? Swift came the reply, the touch of the master's hand. Find many a man with life out of tune and battered and scarred with sin, is auctioned cheap to the thoughtless crowd, much like the old violin. A mess of pottage, a glass of wine, a game, and he travels on. He's going once and going twice. He's going and almost gone. But the master comes, and the foolish crowd can never quite understand the worth of a soul and the change that's wrought by the touch of the master's hand. These people touched us in more ways than I could ever begin to express today. As a daughter, as a sister, as a mother, as a father, as a grandmother, great-grandmother, great-grandfather, our lives are touched. And I'm glad I didn't try to prepare for this today. I'm glad I didn't try to write a speech, because I can't do it. All I know is we're here today because we love these people, and we all love them in our own way. And so, Bob and Arlene, we love you. You are as good as they come. And God bless you both. Oh yes, Bob Shively. I'm sorry. Thank you, Bob. I didn't think of this. Thank you very much. We do have some special entertainment. I don't know the name of the square dancers. Do they go by name? Nobody told me. From from the Central Iowa Square Dance. Are they going to be ready to go in a couple of minutes? We'll have them go right over here.
Well, I'm not a very good speaker, but I can thank you enough for being here this afternoon. It's so nice to see all our friends out here, and one thing, you couldn't find a better employer than Gary St. Clair. And Kevin, and Bruce Brown, who is my manager in the pizza shop. I have never worked at a place where they have shown so much love to their employees. And I worked in the workplace for about 30 years. And I just want to thank you, Gary, for everything that you've done for us. Thank all my kids and their families for being here, my mother, my brother. We do have 5 generations here today, and which I don't get to see my great-grandson very often. I'm so glad he's here. So, but we do thank you for everything that you've done for us. Thank you again.
Okay, I think we will break just for a few minutes till the caller gets here. I do want to say that this is designed to be a fundraiser, and I can't give you a total at the present time because there's a love of these 2 people. We were still selling tickets today, but I know that there'll be hundreds and hundreds of dollars that we'll present to them the first part of the week to help defray some of their expenses that they have. And at that time right now, come on up, say hi to them or visit, and we'll get back together for the entertainment when we come here. Okay, thank you.
It's true when you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie. Well, now the signs promenade and a good line. Halfway to right ring, come down the middle, you swear to it good. Do the right left to and turn the girl and then do a fair feel after a swim. Those sinners square through 3 quarters round and then swing the corner, lay it around in front of me. Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Circle of the way, well, cross my heart and I hope to die. I'll never, never tell another white lie. Took a little girl out on a date last night next to her, grabbed her, and it looked alright. Out in that corner, come on those side of 4 bosses promenade. Get back home, swing the real one. You promenade, go walking round at night. Well, Lord have mercy, I don't know, cancer, to give you one more chance. Let another guy win over across my heart, and I hope tonight I'll never, never, never tell another white lie. Never tell another white lie.
I don't think this is on. Let's give them a big hand. I would like to officially introduce them. They are called the Central Iowa Squares, and their caller today is a gentleman, Gail Ronberg from Des Moines. We thank all of you for being here today, and we'll turn it over to you, and thank you for sharing with us.
The flutter wheel pull around, slide through, swing the girl around in front of me. Those bodies so dear to my childhood, as the little brown church in the field. Those heads square through the middle and they get 4 hands go. With the slides make a right hand start. Head start left and road, 1 time and then sing to me those side of the walls around and then now you swing through. Boys trade and swing the gauntlet in there in front of me. Those bodies so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the village. 4 ladies promenade, go once inside the ring with my home swing now in your mind. Join all of your hands, serve left around the flank. Left out back the corner, weave around that ring. Oh, come to the church in the wildwood. Swing the girl in front of me. No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the vale. Side square through the middle and you get 4 hands, Joe. Round the to spend your time. Boys fill up to the bottom, to turn and go, square through the dough. 3/4 right to swing that corner, girl, from me. Those bodies so dear to my childhood, as a little brown church in the vale.
Thanks for your friends.
I said, right in front of your friends, he goes, good.
That's what I want.
Yeah, Will's gonna give you a kiss too.
I just remember going into the house and any slutty, any sure give you a kiss. We should have let him up there. Talk about it. Sure, I look at she.
I haven't seen your hair down.
How's she doing? Is she still down?
She's at her second day. She's still down.
have to say anything, just wave. Just wave at the camera, you don't have to say anything.
We've gone down a couple times to see, and they played at Nacho Mama's, it's a Mexican restaurant. And we've gone down there a couple times to hear them play, and then they played, oh, Zachary, make sure she doesn't have lipstick on. Very good.
I was supposed to talk to Craig.